This is like the best sensation to get rid of my headache. It's just rolling up and down with the ice roller. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Nancy and this is Nevermind, I'm Fine. Today we are going to do a vampire look. It is spooky season. Halloween is literally a week from now. And the camera just cut me off. What I was saying is I hope you're as excited as I am. I usually have multiple costumes. Some are more niche, planned out, detailed costumes, and others, sometimes I just want fake blood. Sometimes I just want something basic but classic. That's a vampire. So if you want to see how I got this look, I did my base, very simple. I just used a moisturizer. And for our foundation, I'm going to go in with my favorite foundation, which is House Labs. I am shade A54. Pretty pale. But I love this foundation because it never pills on my skin. A lot of foundations do because I tend to have very textured skin. And it doesn't feel really heavy. I also have a lot of sensory issues. If you're like me and you have sensory issues where you don't like heavy things on your skin, highly recommend this. I love this foundation. I like to go in with a foundation brush. I stopped using a beauty blender a long time ago. This is so used though that it doesn't have its maker on here anymore. I don't remember where this is from, but I'd say like any like compact soft hair brush is good for this. So I usually put pumps of this on my hand, and I think I'm going to mix this Wet n Wild multi-stick semi-matte, it's a white stick, to kind of pale out this foundation even more and give the more undead vibe. Or I guess they're technically not undead, they are dead. They've come back. I feel like I'm overthinking that. I'm putting this on the back of my hand, a good amount, warm it up. Then I'm going to just mix in my foundation, a couple pumps like I normally do, on the back of my hand. Now let's see how this applies. It's already made my foundation paler than it usually is, so that's exciting. I hope that the texture of this though doesn't mess with how my base usually lays. This is quite the look. One thing I will say is when I'm blending this out, I'm very careful not to get any on my under eye. For this look, we actually want as little under the eye as possible. I want that very skin-like, and for me, dark circles under my eyes look anyway, and I don't need to brighten up like I usually would with my normal makeup because the redness of my eyes and eyelids will very much come into play and be useful in this scenario. What is your favorite like adaptation or representation of like a vampire, like in TV or in movies? Mine, I think, has got to be, I like the vampires in Vampire Diaries the best, but I am such a Buffy the Vampire Slayer girl, and though like I get like why their faces look kind of deformed and creepy when they're vampires in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but I'm more of a fan of like the veiny under eye, which is what we're going to try to recreate in this video. However, I am obsessed with Sarah Michelle Gellar, and the plot of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, oh my god, it's like one of the best shows I've ever watched. I love it so much. Okay, our base is done. We're already looking like we have no blood flow. That's what we wanted to achieve. Now we are going to go in with our contour because for some reason, every vampire in the history of vampires, they're chiseled and sexy. I don't know if it's a rule that like once you're bitten, you have to look really sexy, but I have yet to see an ugly vampire. Exactly. Not, it might seem criminal, but I'm not going to go in with any liquid or cream products besides the base, because I want to do a lot of precision work with the eyeshadow palette I have. I'm using Ultimate Vintage Jean Baby. This is a NYX Professional Makeup little palette. I got this at Target, I think. Most of my products that I will be using in this video are very affordable. As affordable as makeup goes, because it's really expensive nowadays. I digress. And we're going to go in with, they're just numbered, so this is 3, I think. This like cooler tone, really light brown. And we're going to go right under. Sometimes people like to go a little lower, sometimes above their cheekbone, but we are going to go exactly where, if our skin was getting sucked in, where would that line be? Which is right here. And I'm gonna bring it, I know the line is harsh right now, but we are going to buff it out. I'm gonna lightly bring it down to kind of suck in the lower half of my face. Now that that has been buffed out, I'm actually going to go in with this very light, like lavender purple. I don't know why I said purple like that. I'm going in with this purple, on top of where I just went in with this shade. And it actually looks pretty like grayish, which is what we want on the skin. Blend this out. Your leg falling. I'm gonna go in with whatever is left on this brush and just mix in the line between where my foundation stops and where my under eye is. And I'm going in light circular motions just to blend that all together. With the same fluffy brush and that lavender, I am going to start contouring my nose, going up the sides, straight as possible lines. I'm not good at being straight and having straight lines. So then we're buttoning the nose. And instead of doing my under part, which I usually do, I'm going to slim it by flattening the brush, just squishing it like this, and bringing the line straight down to make it really sucked in, trying to look like Voldemort here. Now I'm going in with Pony Show, a Trixie product. This is technically a blush, but it's a very dark pink reddish blush, and I am gonna use it for my under eyes for the light base color. I love this product. It is so silky and it's so pigmented. You barely need any. I'm using literally the tip of my finger for both under eyes. Now we're looking a little more alive, but don't worry, that won't last long, because we are going to get into drawing, or attempting to draw, my veins coming through on my under eyes. We're gonna look like Vampire Diaries vampire. Also, if you guys would like to see longer form content or videos without cuts, let me know. I'm totally down. I do clips and cuts to try to make my video as short as possible and make sure you guys aren't watching like really long content you're not really interested in. But if you are interested in longer form content, comment down below and I will post no cut videos or longer form content for you. Well, I got this idea to do the veins under the eyes by a YouTuber named Kaylee. I'll put her name right here. So don't give me credit for this. This was all her. I'm going in with this very fine paintbrush, and actually this CoverGirl Fresh and Clean, this is like a matte lipstick. Make sure it's matte, because if it's like glossy or anything, it will smudge, it'll move, and it won't give the effect that we're looking for. But this is like a brownish mauve color almost, and it's going to be the darkest and the deepest in the skin parts of the vein. This is gonna be hard to do on camera, but I'm gonna lightly drag in a squiggly motion down. Once I have like an outline down, I'm going back through and making the lines deeper. What's awesome about this is veins are supposed to be squiggly, and I can't draw straight lines because my hands always shake. Like, I never have sturdy hands. But they don't have to be. They're veins. They are squiggly on purpose. This is awesome. I thought it would be stressful, but no, I'm only stressed out when I'm trying to do eyeliner because that's supposed to be straight. This is awesome. I'm actually having a great time. Now I'm gonna go in with the same thin brush, this light blue, to add some dimension to the veins. This is what we're working with. Do I look scary? Do I look veiny? Do I look like a vamp? And with this CoverGirl Invisible Pressed Powder, and we are going to go tap off the excess. So we want a very light amount over the veins so they look like they're coming out from under the skin. Very lightly. To set, we're going to go in with Milani Make It Last Matte Setting Spray. Make sure you shake this really well because there's charcoal in here that makes it matte, and I sprayed it on my face without mixing it, and I got little black specks all over my face. Hold applause for the dress. It's just a plain black dress. Velvet, lacy at the top. Was already owned. I just thought it looked vampy and I didn't have to buy anything new. So instead of having Vaseline set on my lips or Space Camp Chapstick, which is what I usually do, my lips get super dry. Instead, I let my foundation set on my lips to make them drier. And maybe that was a bad idea. Maybe people are gonna watch this and be like, girl, your lips look ancient, they look flaky, they look disgusting. That's kind of the point. I'm not really going for like a glam vampire. I'm going for like, I look like I crawled out of the ground vampire. So I'm gonna go in with this, actually it's a brown eyeliner. Tari, I think it's called Tari. It's for my eyes, but I'm gonna use it for my lips because this is a perfect color. On the bottom, and defining our Cupid's bow on the top. And then smudging the corner of the mouth down. Because we want to just look like we devoured. This fake blood I just got from Meijer. It's from last year, and I had some left over. But I'm excited. This is going to be the most fun part. We're using our same detail brush as before and just dipping it in our fake blood. This is the fun part. I'm going to go down from the corner of my mouth first. I love it. I'm so excited already. Okay. I love Halloween. It's my favorite holiday. We're going to go down the other corner. But in a different way. Maybe stop right there. Just Oh, I love it. Okay, sorry. I'm so excited. And now, I don't know if you're supposed to get this anywhere near your mouth, but I'm gonna lightly go over the dry part on my lip and splotch it on there to make I look like I bit someone. Maybe don't do this part. I'm not sure if this is supposed to go anywhere near your mouth. I'm having a little drip down in the center just to smudge it out because I don't want this to look strategically placed. I want it to look like I just had a snack. This is how we're looking. I love it. Like I said, this stuff stains. So just from flicking this little bit on my neck, I stained my thumb. But it is what it is. Now it's time to finish my hair. I already straightened the base of it a little bit. And I need to go back through now that I've removed the bang part out of my face. This isn't right. While I wait for the iron to warm up, we're gonna accessorize. I have this belt, thrifted. I do wear it a lot, but I think it'll go with this so well. We have Elena's necklace. My sister actually got this when we visited the set. Vampire Diaries, Mystic Falls. Which was so much fun. Highly recommend. I loved drinking fruit punch out of blood bags and eating at the Mystic Grill and seeing the clock tower. So much fun. That's also where they filmed My Cousin Vinny, if you've seen that movie. I got Caroline's daylight ring, but I can't find it because I wear it as regular jewelry, and all of my rings that I took to New York with me I haven't seen since. I don't think they're lost. I'm very paranoid on trips to not lose my jewelry. I just think they're in a bag somewhere. I'm adding these little earrings. They have flowers, but I like the red at the bottom. It looks like blood. Okay, this is our finished look. What do we think? If you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up. If you enjoy my content, go ahead and subscribe to me. And that's all for today's video. I hope you like how the look turned out. I love it. I have so much fun using fake blood, being spooky for Halloween. Spooky, scary, spooky, scary. If you know who that's from, you're awesome. Anyway. I hope you guys have a happy Halloween and be safe. Have fun, but be safe. Love you.